In the world of romance, narcissists are like cunning master predators, always lurking and preying on vulnerable, compassionate, and giving individuals. They are emotional vampires, skillfully exploiting the kindness and empathy of others to feed their enormous egos and insatiable need for admiration. In their hunt for a partner, they seek to possess the most perfect prize: wealth, charm, talent, or social status. To them, an ideal partner is not just someone who meets their emotional needs, but also serves as a high-status accessory to flaunt and assert their own value. Once they have caught their prey, they begin a cruel game of control and manipulation. They constantly impose unreasonable demands, create tension-filled situations to test the limits of their prey. Their ultimate goal is to turn their partner into a puppet in their hands, completely dependent and submissive to their every desire. Those who fall into the trap of the narcissistic hunter often struggle with low self-esteem, lack of love, or have emotional wounds that have not yet healed. They crave love and acceptance, making them easy targets for the sweet words and toxic emotional vortex created by the narcissist. To escape the grip of a narcissist, one must first understand what narcissists truly crave, what fuels their distorted egos. Only then can we develop strategies to confront them and make them regret their actions. Recognizing a narcissist early on is crucial to avoiding getting ensnared in their web of love. However, narcissists are masters of disguise, often hiding behind a charming exterior and sweet words. So how can we unmask their true selves? Join me in exploring the telltale signs of narcissists, helping you wake up and steer clear of this emotional minefield. First sign: they are master actors. Narcissists are like skilled actors, possessing two completely different faces, the real face and the staged face. The face you see depends on how well and how long you've known them. At first, they present their staged face, the most perfect version of themselves. They are charming, intelligent, funny, kind, and always know how to leave a good impression on others. Anyone who meets them for the first time can easily be captivated by their flawless appearance and flattering words. They make you believe that they are the most amazing person you've ever met. However, that mask will gradually fall off as you truly step into their world. Those closest to them, like family members or long-term colleagues, are the ones who truly know the narcissist's real face. They will tell you about a completely different person, selfish, manipulative, indifferent, and full of contradictions. They leave those around them feeling exhausted, uneasy, and uncomfortable. Narcissists are masters of the art of acting. They can swiftly change their image to fit their manipulative goals. When necessary, they transform into a weak, pitiful victim, making you feel the need to protect and shelter them. On the other hand, they can become dangerous and threatening, using fear to force you into submission. If you are the primary source feeding their oversized ego, they will not easily let you go. They will continue to charm and seduce you with sweet promises and fake acts of care. They may swear that they have changed, that this time things will be different, but don't be fooled. In reality, they remain the same person with a core of selfishness and manipulation. Although some narcissists may attempt to improve themselves, they rarely sustain it for long. As soon as difficulties arise or when their prey becomes cautious, they revert to their old habits. I once encountered a man who was highly successful in society and constantly praised by everyone. He was the director of a large company, with a refined appearance and exceptional talents. So those who met him for the first time were always impressed by his confident demeanor, excellent communication skills, and the sophistication in every word he spoke. At social events, he was always the center of attention, radiating warmth and sincerity. Anyone who met him for the first time would think he was the perfect man, a successful, intelligent, and generous individual. However, for those who had worked with him for a long time or members of his family, the story was entirely different. Once you truly entered his private world, you would gradually see his real face. At the company, he could be cold, manipulative, and solely focused on power and reputation. He often took credit for others' ideas and was quick to blame his employees for mistakes, but never took responsibility himself. When faced with failure, he would become angry and unleash his negative emotions on those around him. In his family life, he could be emotionally distant and indifferent to his wife and children, but in front of friends and acquaintances, He played the role of the perfect husband and father. His wife endured endless arguments and tight control from him without ever receiving true empathy or care. His words of love were merely a performance to maintain his public image. Those close to him would tell you about a selfish man, constantly manipulating to serve his own ego. They lived in an environment full of pressure, always having to tiptoe around his emotions to avoid conflict. A constant feeling of exhaustion and entrapment lingered over them, as they were the only ones who could truly see the real face of the man society still admired as a model of success. This example illustrates the complexity of a narcissist's personality. Someone who outwardly exudes perfection, but inwardly is full of contradictions, causing harm to those closest to them. Sign 2. Constantly seeking validation from others. Narcissists always want to be admired and praised by those around them. They are like a hot air balloon that constantly needs fuel to stay afloat. Therefore, the moment they sense a lack of support or recognition for their abilities, they will immediately react with anger, hurling harsh criticisms, or even unleashing a storm of rage on the other person. Because of this, narcissists may initially be well regarded for their personality, thanks to their outward charm and self-promotion. However, over time, these individuals fail to maintain the goodwill of most people around them. They easily hurt others' feelings, causing people to distance themselves. As a result, narcissists often find it difficult to establish close, meaningful relationships in their lives. Like a large, hollow tree, narcissists are also easily hurt and envious when they realize that those around them are genuinely more talented. To cope, they find ways to criticize or trample on those who are better than them to satisfy their own jealousy. In the long run, this behavior can lead to irrational actions, even crossing into illegal territory. Sign 3. They always look down on others. Narcissists tend to belittle others in order to maintain their sense of superiority and satisfy their inflated ego. They believe that they must be greater than others by convincing themselves that those around them are small and insignificant. A typical example can be found in the workplace, where a narcissistic boss with high academic qualifications may constantly dismiss the ideas of colleagues without similar degrees, regardless of whether those ideas are valid or helpful. They reject any contributions from subordinates, simply because, in their view, those without degrees cannot possibly have the same level of understanding as they do. This narcissist may even publicly criticize or devalue others in meetings, solely to strengthen their own power in front of others. A deeper analysis shows that this behavior reflects the narcissist's constant comparison and disdain for others. They use what they have, such as academic degrees, money, or social status, as weapons to undermine those around them. This is a psychological strategy that helps them feel superior and sustain their fragile ego. Their contempt stems not only from believing they are better than others, but also from the fear that others might surpass them. Narcissists need to diminish others to maintain their position in their own mind, because if others are recognized, their own ego will feel threatened. However, this contempt is often hidden to avoid losing their popularity, which they know brings them power. They only appear humble or friendly when it serves their purpose, such as winning favor with superiors or maintaining a perfect public image. Behind the scenes, though, they easily look down on anyone they feel is beneath them. So, what should you do when faced with these arrogant individuals who carry within them a massive but twisted and selfish ego? Should you engage in meaningless arguments with them, or try to prove your strength by criticizing them? The answer is no. None of these actions will help you escape the control of a narcissist. Instead, the first and most important thing I advise you to do is ignore them. Narcissists see the attention of others as their main fuel to sustain their fragile ego. They are always afraid of being abandoned, forgotten, and losing control. That's why when they try to drag you into endless arguments or dramas, the most effective response is to simply ignore them. Can you believe it? This will drive them crazy. Ignoring them is like piercing a sharp arrow right through their delicate ego. Silence is sometimes the most powerful weapon. If you want the narcissist to realize their mistakes, and even regret what they've done to you, then maintain your silence and completely ignore them. Your silence is the strongest declaration that you have overcome the pain and are no longer affected by their manipulation. It's not just a way of asserting your inner strength. Your silence also shows that you respect yourself. It protects your mental energy, preventing them from continuing to impact or hurt you. By not allowing them to manipulate your emotions, you have won the silent battle against the narcissist, someone who ultimately can only thrive by receiving attention from you. This is the moment of your true rebirth and radiance. Take this opportunity to live your best life, free from the shadow of the narcissist. Step 2. To make them truly regret what they've done, show them that you can be happy and completely stable without their presence. Surround yourself with genuine friends, those who truly love, appreciate, and value you for who you are. Remember, you are the main character in your own life story, not a supporting role in someone else's twisted play. Don't let past hurts or shame hold you back. Walk confidently on the path you've chosen with your own joy and freedom. Do the things that truly make you happy. Travel with friends, enjoy the beauty of nature, or simply watch meaningful movies and take precious time for yourself. As you focus on your life, step by step, you'll realize that what the narcissist offered was nothing but deceit and toxicity. You deserve much more than that: true happiness, unshackled freedom, and a healthy love, not one based on control and manipulation. By building your own life, you not only prove that you are no longer affected by them, but also send a clear message that you deserve better. This is what will make them deeply regret their actions, as they will realize they've lost someone who is not only stronger, but also more confident and happier than ever before. Step 3. Never lower your self-worth by apologizing to a narcissist. They are masters at manipulating emotions and situations, always twisting the truth to make you believe you are at fault. If you've ever been in a situation where you had to apologize to them, you've likely experienced how they turn the tables, making you feel guilty, even when the reality is far from that. But remember, in this game, you are the true victim, the one who has been hurt. The narcissist is the one causing the pain, and they must be held accountable for their actions. Don't let them manipulate you into doubting yourself. Your value does not depend on their validation or their blame. Keep your self-respect intact and never apologize just to allow them to continue controlling you. Step 4. If their presence makes you uncomfortable, have the courage to distance yourself from them. Don't let yourself be tied down by the negative emotions they bring. Instead, focus on self-care and nurturing healthy relationships with family and sincere friends. These are the people who truly love and care for you. When you spend time with important people and focus on the positive aspects of life, you will gradually regain power and control over your life. You will come to realize that your happiness doesn't depend on anyone, especially not the narcissist. Your strength lies in your ability to choose, and when you choose what's good, you've won the battle for your freedom and peace of mind. Lastly, soothe and create a sense of safety for them, avoiding any words or actions that might trigger feelings of shame in them, regardless of your initial intent, whether good or not. You don't enter a relationship with a narcissist thinking you can change them, or that they will change because of the love they have for you. The most arrogant people are sometimes the most pitiful, those who crave love the most. They have compassion for the shame and suffering deeply hidden within their soul, and you'll avoid engaging in a meaningless battle of winning and losing. You need a particularly clear sense of self and trust in your own worth, without needing validation from others. From this place, you can avoid being drawn into the conflict they are desperately trying to start. This is the most important key to facing a narcissist.